Morning, people. It's a nice spring day here, St. Patrick's Day weekend, and about that time of the year, I get in the mood for this. Creed's Green Irish Tweed. I dropped my bottle there and it cracked, but it didn't break, luckily. So I keep tape on it just so if I were to drop it there again, it wouldn't happen. But this one means a lot to me. This way early into I was always into fragrances and clones and stuff, but I'd never went into like niche territory and got any high end clone. Just designer brands like at department stores like Macy's and stuff. And I read some magazine, I can't remember which one, but that George Clooney, Green Irish Tweed, was his signature scent. And I think it was a bunch of other celebrities too they kept talking about. And so it got me interested in looking into it and figuring out what it was. And then it just went from there. I went and got a bottle, and back then it was just I think I just paid a little over $100 back then. I don't know if I got it online, if that even online was a thing. I got it so long ago. Might have been right before the internet even really got going. I've had this bottle a long while. So it's an older formulation, which is probably a lot better than a newer. They just keep reformulating, and they get worse, to my understanding. But yeah, I fell in love with this scent immediately. I probably don't like it as much now as I did back then, but oh man, I still love it. It's still a great scent. But I would say for a long time, any scent I smelled, this was always my favorite scent. But I definitely wouldn't say that anymore. But it is nice in the spring on a day like today for sure. So if you don't know about Creed, they were established in 1760, and this particular fragrance was launched in 1985. And Oliver Creed, the owner of the house, he's the perfumer of it. The scent profile is, some people say it smells like Irish Spring to soap, which I think it does a little bit. The top notes are lemon verbena and iris. The middle notes are violet leaf, and there's some other notes I'm leaving out on all this, but the violet leaf, anytime it's in a fragrance, if you don't already know, it kind of takes over, so you're definitely going to smell violet leaf. If it's in any fragrance, it'll just take over. And then the base is ambergris and sandalwood, and that gives it a nice saltiness to the ambergris. It's just really perfectly, this is master perfumery here. This is an awesome fragrance, and it's perfect for a day like today. When St. Patrick's Day weekend really puts me in the right mood. So some people say it smells like Davidoff Cool Water, which I have to agree a little bit. But that's a more synthetic, cheaper version. And I really like it, but I don't think it smells like. I don't think having both of them is redundant. I have Cool Water, I wear it. It doesn't smell the same, but I can see some similarities. But definitely would say it wouldn't be redundant to have both. They're off enough to warrant that. As a matter of fact, I've had a bunch of versions of Green Irish Tweed. I like it so much. I've had Tres Nuit. You can look into that one. It's not bad. I just think there were some better ones out there once I got my nose on some other ones. And then I had Alexandria Fragrances, the Irish Gentleman. I went through a whole bottle of that, so apparently I like that. I'm cheap, so when I got an expensive bottle, I try to use alternatives and save my good one for special occasions or special days. So the ones I'm going to do today, I'm going to do a little comparison. I'm going to put it on skin because I've already been wearing this one today. So I got one from Parfums Vintage, and I think this is a extrait edition. And then I have this Al Haramain Amber Oud, and I got to say that I probably like this one better than the real thing at this point. It's just a little brighter, real similar, but just the only thing I can put it is just a little brighter. I'm not sure what they did, but man, when I compare them side by side, I like it. And I think I like this one a little bit less. But I'm going to do a comparison right here for you guys. And we'll see what we got. So I'm going to go with the real thing on the top of my right hand. Yeah. Fantastic opening. I'm going to go with the Al Haramain Amber Oud Carbon Edition on my left hand. Definitely different, but really close. I know as they dry down, they get more and more similar. I've already done this comparison thing ahead of time. And then here's the Emerald Isle from Parfums Vintage. I sprayed on my wrist here. Yeah, it's quite a bit different out of the opening. And this one does the same thing. As it dries down, it gets closer. But it's not nowhere near as close as the Al Haramain or some of the other ones I had. But I do like the scent profile here. It is nice. And sometimes that's by design. Some of the perfumers, they want to make a twist on the original fragrance, so that they do it that way on purpose, just to ramp up a couple of the notes and tone down a couple, just to make it something a little bit different, mostly more inspired by instead of a clone. So yeah, I'll go with what I've already concluded earlier, because I already did this test a few days ago, that I think I prefer this over the original. I just think this is just a very, very similar scent profile, but a little brighter, and I like that brightness. This one here, it's good, but I'd say save your money on the Perfumes Vintage or whatever. But they have some other great stuff, whatever. Not that this one's bad, but I'd rather have this one for me. All right, hope everybody has a great day.